Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another video. And by the way, that video, my last one at the end, there was like a light in the sky. That shit creeped me the fuck out, dude. That had to have been like a UFO or something. Even me, I'm kind of like spooked by that. I watched it. One of my commenters said about it. I'm like, dude, that's right. That's crazy. Anyway, I want to dive deeper into the American experience for most people and describe what I view the American experience. For many people that just don't know. In my opinion, the American experience is the worst possible thing that I've ever been through in my entire life and existence of being taxed for everything. You can never get ahead almost no matter what you do by some fucking miracle. And, even if you're smart, you can find yourself just trapped in the same fucking cycle of sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, pay bills, work, sleep, pay bills, work, sleep, pay bills. That's this fucking country. And usually anymore, I've noticed the whole structure of it is just like there's like families of people. There's one fucking smart person in that family that essentially runs everything because no one else knows how to. Most of the time it's a dude, and they're just helping that unit try to gain as much money as they possibly can to just continue to pay the bills, to just barely fucking survive. And that is most of what America is. Even for myself, when I first started at zero, it was the roughest fucking experience I've ever been through, the most terrifying, shitty fucking experience, and working your way up slowly but painfully every fucking day. And every day you're getting taxed, you're getting all these fucking extra bills, and I still feel that way, even being successful now, that I still feel like every fucking day it's a new bill. Every day it's something to take more fucking money from you and give to somebody fucking else. And, and I want to break this down for the people that really think they're going to come here, they're going to do great, they have no really game plan. Just get a basic job in America and you'll be all right. Everything will be A-okay. Most people I know, a lot of my friends that I went to school with, they are trying to get out of here. They're trying to save up enough money so they can fucking leave, And the sad thing is none of them will be able to do it. I know I have a really fucking close friend, man. They've been trying to get out of this area for fucking 15 years. And all they work every fucking day at 9 to 5. They do a meaningless fucking job cleaning and fucking picking up people's their stuff, And, they've done it for 15 fucking years. And every time they save fucking 3 or 4 grand, the transmission goes out in the car for them to get to work. The fucking something in the house breaks, or their rent's fucking due, or just, there's always something, to eat away every bit of extra cash you get, unless you already have some money to invest with. Like, you are going to pretty much be trapped in that same cycle, and you'll be lucky to get out of here. You'll be lucky to get out of this place alive, because a lot of people I know that I went to school with, man, they have died here. They died trying to get out of here, and this is a good area. This is the fucking suburbs, like where people kind of sort of want to live, and it's still just like so shitty, and it's like that everywhere in America. It's just so fucking terrible, and the bills get worse every year, especially the last 4 years. That's really made it a lot tougher on almost everybody I know. Biden printing fucking $4 trillion and money becoming worthless for anyone that did save up a little bit of money. It's now worthless unless they invested it in something better. Life's all about hitting these fucking licks of like, you buy a fucking, a car for this, and you're the guy that's hoping it goes this way, and the other guy's hoping it goes this way, and it's the same with houses. It's the same with Pokemon. It's like this fucking Gengar right here. It's like when I bought this fucking card, I bought off a guy for $5.50. I was hoping it went this way. He was hoping it went that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that every fucking deal you do. It's extremely hard to get ahead, but if you do enough tiny deals and then they lead to bigger deals, then you can eventually get ahead by miracles, though, because all those deals have to work out in a fucking sequence of shit, and it's just very fucking difficult. And, even goddamn Pokemon investing, man, the slow gains that you get in the beginning aren't really what even pays the bills. It's hoping for them big gains in the end that really fucking make it even worth it for the amount of time you have to have your money tied up, And that's what a lot of people don't get, first off. But, but just the world in general, most people I know are making $30,000 a year to $50,000, and they're fucking almost happy with that, you know? Like, I had an old boss at my first job I ever had. He was making 70 grand a year, and he worked like 25 years to get there, and he was fucking happy to be there because he knew a guy that worked fucking 30 years to make $10 a fucking hour. I knew a couple of guys like that too. They started at $5 an hour, and they were happy to be up to $10. That was considered luxury to them, you know? I mean, hell, even when I started my first job, I was making $8 fucking dollars an hour, man. It was such bullshit, and I realized I could never get ahead that way, so I had to start going into business for myself, you know? And a lot of people, we all find ourselves in that same damn situation. Is like, you have to go into business for yourself, because the 9 to 5 just will not fucking do it. But if you're coming here thinking it's some easy ride, that it's like heaven, that, oh, if you just work some brain dead job, you'll be all right. I'm telling you, it ain't like that anymore here, you know? And if someone's telling you that, they're full of shit. They're completely full of fucking shit about this country. It's still one of the toughest, hardest working environments you'll ever fucking be in. You'll have to do some fucking form of slavery to pay for the fucking bills and taxes of living here. And it's really, I mean, I know there's countries that have it worse than us, and I may sound ungrateful making this video, I know. But, you know, most, we have it pretty fucking bad, like this country has it pretty fucking shitty. Most people in this country have it very, very, very fucking terrible. And if they could push a button to escape, I promise you they fucking would. If they could pick themselves up by their bootstraps and escape, I promise you they would fucking be the first one in the truck with their boots on. The truth is, most people can't get the fuck out of here because they were plopped here by someone 20, 30 years ago that didn't have any fucking money, and they didn't get left any money. So they had to, start from fucking zero, and they don't really have any opportunities, so they're fucking working to pay the bills so they can rent a fucking house that they'll never own. They'll never build equity, and they end up in that same fucking cycle of where you're literally just working for nothing. Where you're not putting any money away because something goes to every fucking bill. And, that's the sad fucking reality. And I know a lot of fucking good friends and good, smart fucking people too, not just stupid people, for all this thinking, oh, if someone doesn't have money, they're stupid. No, that's so far from the fucking truth. They're really not, yes, some people are dumb that don't have money, but like, I know some genuine, good, hard-working fucking people that are always broke because this system is so fucking shit. No matter who gets in there, no matter Republican or Democrat, the whole fucking system is fractional reserve banking. And, a fucking president said this years ago, Thomas Jefferson. He said, one day if you use fractional reserve banking, you'll wake up one day and the country that you fought for, your children will be homeless in. And that is where we're at right the fuck now, where the money's almost worthless. And, yeah, could you imagine starting making 20, 30, 40 grand a year, and you have to come up with 200 grand just to buy a home and then pay all the fucking bills for that? Because that's the real reality a lot of you out there that I know are facing, and I'm not stupid, man. I can see it. I see it every day. I see it at the fucking grocery stores I go in. I see all the fucking people that I know are living on fucking pennies. I see it in the fucking gas stations when I hear people talk about their life situations. Old women eating fucking dog food. I've literally heard them stories before, man. Like some heartbreaking shit, dude. Some heartbreaking shit. That every day I see something almost that I'm like just appalled by, and it gets worse every fucking year. I hear the stories just get worse and worse. There's every once in a while there's the one fucking person that they became a fucking gynecologist and they're making tons of money, or they invested in the stock market and now they're rich, or they bought fucking Bitcoin and now they're rich. But most fucking people, I hear the same fucking story. They're working their asses off. They don't have a moment of fucking peace. They aren't even, if they did buy a house, they're working too much to even enjoy it, and it's one of those two balances. You're either working a shitload and not enjoying the shit you even got to own, the little scraps the world gives you, or, you have all the time in the world but no fucking money. It's just like one of those two things. And anymore now, it's literally just dangerous not to have money. It's straight up fucking dangerous. Because, I mean, if you don't have money, you can wake up just living in a fucking car one day. You can wake up living in a fucking van. You can wake up on a fucking street with just nothing. Living in a tent. Like that's the fucking reality of this world, man. And that's why I talk about a sense of urgency on this channel to do something for your own life that isn't just strictly the 9 to 5, to try to be creative. If you're doing a 9 to 5, that's what you got to start out doing sometimes. And then you got some money to invest to start using it to make flips and buys and schemes and, but it's just a miserable fucking process. It's just constantly doing flips and schemes and stuff. And then when they do work out, the government has their fucking hand out wanting goddamn money. Or there's some bill that needs your fucking money for this or that. And it's a terrible experience. It is a downright terrible experience. And it wasn't that bad when most people were actually working and it was like, okay, well, in 10 years, I'm going to own a house outright. Or I'm going to own a Lamborghini or the new Corvette. I'm going to own a new Corvette. That was a lot of people's thing. I can't wait to work for 5 years and own a brand new Corvette. Oh boy. That was a big thing 5-10 years ago. And that's just not how it is. Most people, not anymore. Most people would get to that point where it's like, hey, I at least own a big asset now. I worked 10 years to get it, but I own it now. I own this house, And that's what I found pride in, was owning my first house, outright, not owing anybody anything for it, because that's a massive milestone to get to. And then you go to your next house and your next house and but it's a massive milestone to get to that point. And don't let anyone tell you that it's not, but especially now, because most people are just in that fucking cycle where they're just working, participating, volunteering in America, and every dime they make is gone every fucking year. Every year, they don't even get a vacation from it. They're working 15 years. And I see it so many times, 15, 20 years. And they just can't put anything away because it's just a new bill, a new tax, a new fucking this, a new that, and that's what America is right now, where most people are working to escape it somehow, knowing sadly that they're never going to escape it and that they may never even own a fucking house to just live in it, and heartbreakingly, that's where this country is. And anyone that's feeding you any bullshit that it's not like this is selling you a fake reality, my friend. America, if you don't have money, is probably the worst fucking experience you could ever want to be in. Or if you don't have a good group of friends and money, man, it is fucking rough. And if you're foreign coming over here, I know a foreign guy working at a gas station right now. This guy works fucking 20 hours a damn day, every day for $10 fucking an hour, man. A smarter American will take advantage of you so fucking quick over here, having you work for $10 an hour, and then you're just, all that's going to rent, and you're slowly just falling into debt, and you're busting your ass still. Like, how am I in fucking debt? And that happens to so many fucking people here, man. It is nothing but a trap if you think you want to come here and just work, and you will definitely be doing nothing but working, and yeah, like I said, most people want to get the hell away from here, but they just don't know where to go, because it sucks almost everywhere. And, the quicker people realize that it just sucks everywhere and you kind of got to do something about it or just kind of give up. I mean, that's about all I would do. I wouldn't even want to be in the cycle of just repeating it. It's either I'm going to be rich as fuck or I'm going to be poor as hell. I'm going to be one of the two. I'm not being in the middle, and, luckily things worked out, but, I'm saying for most people, it does not work out here, man. It does not. And I don't even consider it working out that great for myself because I still got shit going on. I still got to fucking do something every day. I still got to manage a property. I still got to fix this or that. Still got to get all the grass cut for everything. I still got to do this and that. Every fucking thing, There's always something you got to fucking do. That your relaxed time is just like so fucking minimal anymore. And it just gets worse every year, you know? And that's coming from somebody with wealth, my friends, saying that this world is still absolutely fucking dog shit, no matter how much money you make, no matter what level of the scale you're at. Then you want to add kids and, a wife to it, man. That's getting into a whole different fucking area. One of my friends, they had a bunch of money. Yeah, they had 6 kids and got a fucking girlfriend. Now they're fucking broke. They can barely afford to put gas in their damn car. And that's, another hardworking man I know, man, has a good job. Did something with it. What people would consider doing something with your life. They're still fucking broke, man. So if you think you can come over here and it's going to be some easy get rich quick, unless you start some business or something, like I do see some foreign people that start like fucking slot machine businesses and they make millions. But other than that, like you have to get really creative and do something different that no one else is doing really, and that is the only way to really get rich in this country. And then you have to hope those miracles actually work out. And they very rarely ever fucking do. And, sorry for the rant, guys, man, but it's just, I just don't want people getting the wrong idea for like what to really expect from this country, other than getting totally fucked if you're a working person. And, it just makes me sick that there's even a narrative that like everyone is making 150 grand a year, and most women expect all these guys to make 150 grand a year. The truth is, most women out there, guys, I hate to break it to you, you're lucky to find a normal fucking guy making 50, 60 bands a year. And I mean, that is considered good from how most of you fucking act. Like that's honestly considered really fucking lucky that you even found a guy with his shit together, to be totally honest. And it's like most of these women want way beyond that, which is just fucking oodly mind-blowing. I mean, it's crazy. So it's like, as a man or woman watching this video, if you have high expectations of this country and the people that you meet, you are going to be highly disappointed. I mean, I can't tell you, every fucking day, man, that I wake up, I have to hear some heartbreaking fucking story about like some old person eating cat food because they can't afford food, someone cutting their fucking prescriptions because they can't afford their fucking scripts, or someone, God, someone can't afford fucking shit for their kids, Like every fucking day I hear some fucking shitty story like that, man. It's never just like, oh, everybody's getting rich working a job making 150 grand a year. We're all saved, Like, no, it's most people I know. I'd say 80 to 90% of the world that is totally fucked wondering what the fuck to do. And they're fucking 3 steps away, sometimes even 1 step away from losing the place they're renting and being right in a fucking car, man. And the quicker you wake up and realize this, like if you're in your early 20s watching this video, that you better do something before it is too late and make good fucking decisions. And especially like who you get with is like extremely fucking important, because you get with the wrong person, man, they can hold you back from levels of success you wouldn't even dream of. Getting with the wrong partner, man. You don't know how many people I know that should be millionaires by now, multi-millionaires, and they still would get with the wrong chick, and it would fuck it up for them that they are broke. I know so many people like that, man. So many people, that they spent, their 20s chasing pussy, and that's exactly where they're at right now. And, once again, other hardworking people. I know tons of them that have been through that shit, man. So, don't tell me it's just picking the right partner too, because I mean, it really is. You got to pick the right fucking person or just stay alone. And the quicker you stay alone and focus on, like, if you want to escape this country, or if you want to start saving up to do something, to go buy a bunker somewhere, I don't know. But, come up with some type of goal, or you will end up trapped in slavery here. And that's pretty much just how the fuck it is. Like, and it's just sad, man. It's sad, because the reality of the internet is just like everyone is making 200K a year doing an easy job where they don't have to dedicate their life to anything, And I can't think of not once in my life if I actually had a job that has made 200K a year or even over 100K a year. Like, it's been through my own dealings of doing things. You know, like, I've had jobs, good jobs, but not like anything that's like over 150K, you know, a year, you know, like steady income. It's just been like a giant play here, a giant play there. You know, this worked out, so this worked out, you know, like it not. So, like, most people, I mean, if you're out there and you're making 150K a year, realize it might not last forever. And you should fucking bankroll that money as much as you possibly can, that you are in the high tiers, you know, because I know a lot of people make 100K that don't think they're even in like a high tier. And it's like, no, bro, you were in a higher tier than most people. If you're legally on paper making over 100K a year, you are in a higher bracket than most people in their current situations. And you should take that money very, very seriously. Not go buy a new truck and do stupid shit. You should take that very seriously and invest the money that you have now, so you're not suffering if something happens with that job, you know, because I see it happen all the time, you know. And like I said, I had an old boss, man. He was happy to make 70 grand a year, you know, because most people, you know, like I know old people, old men that were making $5 an hour working for a tire place. And they were so excited when they finally got raised up to $10 an hour for minimum wage. I mean, literally, like they were pumped, and they were doing hard fucking labor every day that I wouldn't even do. You know, for fucking 50 an hour, I still wouldn't do it. So that's why being smart pays off. Being smart is the biggest advantage you can have. But even then, you know, if you don't get the right streaks of good luck and you just get bad luck after bad luck, rain after rain after rain after rain. You know, people say saving up for a rainy day, and it's just like after it fucking rains every day, you know, on people. And that's what they're dealing with, man. People are just getting rained on every day. It's this bill, that bill, this bill, that bill, this bill, that bill. You know, they can't get ahead. And that is the cold reality of the American experience. The worst, most depressing shit you will probably ever experience in your entire life, that it will just drain from you and drain from you and drain from you until there's nothing left. And, you know, like I said, anyone that's saying, preaching anything different on the internet is so fucking full of shit, dude. Because I've seen it with my own damn eyes, you know? I've seen it with my own damn eyes what the fuck people really go through in this country. What the majority of people go through in this country. The struggles that the majority of people go through. You know? Even coming from my position. But anyway, just something for you guys to think about. Something I wanted to get off my chest to show that the American dream is not this incredible thing people think it is. You know, I love the country, but still, it's not as fun as it's cracked up to be. Anyway, that's all we have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Nostalgia Bong Hits, we're out.